It's too hard to sleep. I got the sheets on the floor, nothing on me.
Big FHA changes coming our way and some good real estate news. Kinda. Let's start with the good real estate news and we'll go from there. Lots of stuff today. Pay attention, we're gonna go fast, and you may wanna tweet some of this stuff out that we're gonna cover. Yep, tweet it and tweet it good. So both Case-Shiller and NAR came out last week with reports showing home prices rose across the country to the tune of 5%. Now technically NAR said 4.7, but who's counting anyways? We'll post the link down below so you can read it. Congrats to the Niners and the Broncos. Your cities rose the most year over year to the tune of 10%. Too bad that won't help you win a Super Bowl or rewind time for Peyton Manning. Ooh. Moving on, when you couple home price increases with the other good news, which is US jobless claims are at a 15-year low, you get what? A recipe for hurry up and buy a house before prices go up and rates go up. Both of these reports are good news overall, but if you're thinking about buying a house soon, you may want to do that sooner rather than later. Prices are increasing and folks are heading back to work. This will and has already triggered higher interest rates moving forward. Realtors and lenders, you may want to quantify that for potential home buyers, showing the math on what it would look like to wait a year to purchase a house, taking into account 5% appreciation and higher interest rates. Spoiler alert, it equals consumers paying more all the way around. By the way, I love the fact that we are appreciating at 5% a year, but I don't love the fact that 5% a year is outpacing both wages and inflation. Just saying. So tweet all of that or some of that, or just forward today's show or post it, whatever. Your clients are gonna have questions, good, answer them and help them understand what's going on right now. In addition, I have more big news. Realtors, this is more for lenders, but it will affect your buyers, so you may wanna listen as well. FHA is making big changes effective June 15th of this year. Hold up, can't make this stuff up. It's not June 15th. FHA just came out literally today and said it's actually September 14th when these new changes are rolling out. So how's that for the industry moving fast? Sheesh, it's bad enough that we have to change all our disclosures and closing documents. Let's just go ahead and change all their guidelines at the same time, said the real estate gods that love to mess with us for some reason. Anyways, the big changes are this, and we'll post the link down below. Here are the highlights, and we'll go fast. The good news is you can pause me and take notes as we go. Just kidding. Earnest money, old rule. Document source of earnest money if the amount exceeds 2% of the sales price. New rule, document source of earnest money only if the amount exceeds 1% of the sales price. See fascinating stuff, stay with me here. Part-time income, old rule, underwriter discretion when received less than 2 years. New rule, 2 years uninterrupted part-time income is required. Average income over prior 2 years, or use 12-month average of hours at the current pay rate if the lender documents an increase in pay rate. Student loans, new rule. Underwriters will no longer be able to exclude student loan payments for FHA loans. Say what? Gift funds, new rule. If down payment proceeds are gifted to the buyer, lenders will soon be required to obtain a bank statement from the donor's account, as well as source any large deposits to the account in order to document that the donor's funds came from an acceptable source. See folks, lenders don't just want your bank statements to see how many coffees you bought that month. The regulators require them to ask questions. Moving on, rental income on retained primary residence. Old rule, rental income may be counted when relocating outside of a reasonable commute distance for a job, and borrower has 25% equity. New rule, rental income may be counted when relocating and the new residence is at least 100 miles away from previous residence. Big change there. If no history of rental income since last tax filing, borrower must have 25% equity. Multiple FHA loans. Old rule, if relocating for employment, borrower may obtain a second FHA loan for new primary residence if current residence is more than a reasonable commute to new residence. New rule, if relocating for employment, the commuting distance between the old residence and the new residence must be more than 100 miles. Big change. And the list goes on. There's more that will change your borrower's eligibility and qualifications. I suggest that you get to know these boring old guidelines. If you don't, you'll be the lender making that dreaded phone call at the last minute, the day of closing, going, hey, I know it's the day of closing, but we hit a glitch. And yeah, you don't qualify anymore. Yeah, the glitch is you didn't know your guidelines and you literally wasted everyone's time and money, Mr. Lender. Ha! And every realtor out there just started shaking their fist at the screen saying, damn right. I'm not sure why they're country folks, but damn right. Anyway, sorry to bring all this info in a Tasmanian-like fashion, but we had a ton of info to cover, and the good thing is, now you know. Take time to share this with other industry folks, future home buyers, other lenders, other realtors, really anyone you think that would benefit from this info, and we will see you next week.